Ready to turn it in a minute because I done got mad. Um, I'm over here just having my little, I'm having my little 5D to 3D situation or 3D to 5D communication. This man gonna come up to me trying to start some shit with me. I said, sir, do you need clarity on something? Do you need me to what? Who you talking to? And almost like he was gonna do something to me if I was talking to him. I said, sir, if I was talking to you, I don't think that you would be. I think you need to go home, sir. I think you need to take your ass home and leave me to my conversation and leave me to my videos and leave me to what I'm doing. You need to leave me alone. I don't want to be bothered. I don't want to be bothered. Take your ass on. You know, one thing I can say is that I'm like one of the sweetest people that you'll ever meet. And I think that a lot of people know that. I think a lot of people have picked that up. But the problem with being sweet is that it's just having a good soul or a good heart in general is people try you. They try you because they feel like they can play with you because you're a good person. And that was a good example. That situation that just happened, that was a really good example. And then I was doing some reflecting while that was playing out. And I said, I recognize that people have felt like they could play with me because I just been kind of like to myself, quiet, nice, People do their little research. They look up shit. They find a whole bunch of drunk fights and shit like that from the past. They find, oh, well, we know how she get out. It's like, to me, it's sad. And I'm really in a situation where it requires my full attention. It requires my full grit. You know what I'm saying? Like everything that's in me. And I have spent so much energy healing from shit that I didn't have to go through. And it has become tiresome, and it makes me feel like it's definitely not a waste, though. I have to say that because some people be like, oh, it's such a waste. It's like, no. No energy is wasted as far as I'm concerned. Because I've never been attacked like that. So, or like this. So it's a new thing for me. And it most definitely has given me new insight on, how people can be in the world, and also just different layers of, adversity and bullshit. And, because I thought I had gone through a lot with my kid's father. Lord have mercy. I thought that just getting away from that in general was the huge victory that I was very, very happy about. It took a long time for me to get through it, though. And even when it comes to certain things, like even now, like I had mentioned on one of my previous videos, there was some rumors going around, and I was just like, Lord, why are people bringing him up? Like, what is that about? And I had to realize, you guys, that part of the joke was to dig up, people that I had met in the past and or had been with, and try to get like some type of feedback. You get what I'm saying? Some type of feedback, or to kind of like draw those people in so that they can play a role against me. Right? So I realized that I was like, why the hell are they bringing him up? I haven't been with him in 15 years. And at the time when the news had gotten to me, I think it was going on 14 years. And I was like, Lord, there's nothing we have to talk about at all, unless we're talking about our children, and he's never been there for them. He left everything on me, everything from bills to children to everything. It was left on me. And so there was nothing to really discuss with that, and then, just to kind of like go back full circle to what I was just talking about, just like pulling up people and, having them give their input on what kind of person they think I am and all that kind of shit. It's kind of weird to me, and those are things that you can't necessarily prove. You can't prove that somebody paid somebody to embellish a story. You can't prove that shit. Nobody's gonna say, yeah, I was involved in that. Yeah, sure. Like, nobody's gonna fucking do that shit. That's kind of like an L that you really got to just kind of, what I mean? They're going to have to deal with karma when that comes back around, You don't go around lying on people, you don't go doing that. That's not right. So, I recognize that that's something that has happened. I recognize that somebody felt like they needed to, like research my schools and all of this stuff. And I'm like, goodness gracious. All you had to do was ask me. Like, my journey is measurable. Okay, so for me, oh yeah, sure. And yeah, in 1996, this is where I was, this is what I did. In 1997, this is what happened, da 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 da. Over in 2000, this is what happened. Like, you can sit me down and ask me questions, and you would have saved so much time, money, and effort. I promise you. So basically what I'm saying is all the drama that's transpired over the last few years is pointless. But I don't think that it was considered wasted energy, and I'm going to tell you why. Because somewhere out there, somebody felt like they wanted to serve as karma. That's what I feel. Somewhere out there, somebody felt like they wanted to serve as karma. And they also felt like I was an easy target and that they could prove themselves, or they could make a name for themselves, or they could show people just how ruthless they could be by doing all these crazy things to me behind the scene. It's just a theory. It doesn't have to be true, but this is what I think happened. This is what I think has transpired. Okay. There's a lot of spiritual play going on with this too, you guys. A lot of illusions and spiritual play. And, I have tried my best to, be open-minded enough to say, oh, I don't judge when I see that people are into certain things or whatever. I don't judge people. If it's just not my thing, then I'll put a little distance between us, because I don't find that, trying to act like you're into something when you're really not into something, that doesn't serve you very, very well. And it's a waste of the other person's time, because shit, they're trying to do, they're trying to, play out their thing, and they're really into it. But see, this is the thing. Y'all played with my kids. That's the problem. So, you played with my family. And that's I could have let everything else go. But the whole family situation, the slandering me behind my back, the, coming together to get all of my pages and stuff banned, the, I'm not even worried about the canceling and all that stuff off of the Instagram and stuff. I don't care about social media like that, you guys. I'm really not that deep into it. I don't care about that shit. I'm going to hop on and say what I have to say, and then I'm going to hop the fuck on off, and then whoever sees it, they see it. I mean, I have multiple pages in multiple accounts. You guys can, look it up for yourself. She might be around for a little season and drop 100 videos, and then we won't see her for another year or so. It's like that. And that's just oh, she done popped up with another hashtag, huh? Let's see what this bitch talking about now. Okay. Okay. Well, I can kind of get with that. I kind of like that. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Or, oh my God, I wish she would just like give it up. Well, baby, see, that's the thing. I'm not made like that. I'm not made to give up. And it doesn't matter who likes it and who doesn't. I'm not made to give up. That's just it's not my caliber. It's not my breed. It's not my thing. You know what I mean? And on top of that, I shouldn't have to give up on myself. You know why? Because I know I have some potential. It may not be potential that's up to someone else's standards who feel like they're in a position to, make those types of judgments upon people, and that's fine. And you probably do have that right to be that person. Carry on. Have that, honey. That's beautiful for you, and I love it for you. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm not out here seeking nobody's validation anyway. I'm going to drop a video. I'm going to drop commentary. Right now, what I'm doing is I'm doing my little snippets. They're called imperative side notes, because I'm always saying side note, So I'm like, no, it's called imperative side notes. They're just little quotes and little sayings, things that come to me that I want to share with you, or if I'm not trying to share it with anybody, really